I'm Hector Bremner, and my experience in government in the boardroom has taught me to ask questions. One question I've learned to ask when approaching a challenge is, what if you are wrong? Seriously, what if everything you thought was absolutely etched in stone turns out to be completely mistaken? And that's not just a random fear or a shower thought. It's a question philosophers like Plato and Socrates were wrestling with over 2,000 years ago. And thinkers ever since have kept warning us we're not really as sure about stuff as we think. David Hume during the Enlightenment argued that most of what we know is really just habit and stuff we accept because it fits the customs of our time. And John Stuart Mill built on this and he said, the tyranny of the majority turns opinion into facts, even though they are not. Modern psychology has also looked at this and said, well, let's give names to the ways that our brains trick us and things like hindsight bias when we look back and say, of course, we knew that was going to happen, when of course now you have more information than you did beforehand, or confirmation bias that looks forward and our brains start to filter out stuff, frankly, we just don't want to see. And then there's the availability heuristic. And this one is really tricky because we all do this. We have really a bias towards information that's easily available or just around. And we're not curious enough to go beyond to see maybe there is a fuller picture. But here's the problem: the world is messy, variables change, surprises happen. So clearly, the past is not always a predictor of the future. And this matters because we think we know everything. And it shapes how we make critical decisions, how we react to things in our lives. We think we know someone is good or bad immediately. We know who or what is to blame for any particular circumstance. And online, it doesn't help. It just feeds these things, right? You got facts and memes and gotcha posts, and it's all just basically trying to say, you were right, don't think too much, or we're right, they're wrong. Simple, easy peasy. But how often do we slow down and ask, what if we are wrong? That's where wisdom comes in. Wisdom isn't about winning arguments, it's about improving them. It's not about crushing your opponent, it's about questioning yourself. And Stoics had a great way of putting this. They said some impressions are so vivid, they can't be false, like seeing paper burning in front of you. But most impressions can be a mirage of our past experience. We forget to ask questions the next time, like, is the paper wet, treated, blown by the wind? The wise person pauses before they give assent the next time. That's the lesson. Intelligence is knowing things, but wisdom is questioning them. And history shows us that people who dared to question, like Socrates or Seneca, some of my heroes, often paid the ultimate price. But they're remembered as victors, not because they won debates, but because they pursued truth with humility. So here's the takeaway: admitting you might be wrong is not weakness, it's wisdom. And in the long run, it's the best path to take if you really want to get it right.